Hello, ladies and gentlemen. At this point in the monologue workshop assignment, you have selected your monologue. Before we go any further, I need to be able to see what your intention is as a performer headed into your first monologue workshop. For that reason, I'm going to have you mark up your text so that I can see what you're trying to do as an actor and help you both think about some other choices you could potentially make or work on the skills that are necessary to deliver the performance that you are attempting to deliver. So, what I need you to do is first spend some time looking at your monologue. I have one here on the screen. This is Malynn's monologue from Steel Magnolias after her daughter Shelby has died. So first, I want you to spend some time with your monologue. Read through it and try to figure out where the climax of the monologue is. Where is the most important line? The one line that should have the highest energy, the most theatricality about it. Generally, this is going to be the line that is the loudest and highest in pitch, where the emotional intensity of the monologue reaches its peak. Once you have found that line, I would like you to underline it. Maybe your monologue has more than one because it's a particularly long one. This is a shorter speech. This would be about a minute in performance. I'm gonna say that this speech has two of them. I have one where she's focused on grief over the child that she has lost and the life, the unfulfilled potential of this life. And then another beat where she's focused on how she is feeling about that. So I'm going to say that there are two beats and therefore two climaxes. So I'm going to say that the first climax, the beat where she's talking about the unfulfilled potential of this life that didn't get to be lived, I think it's going to conclude there with, will he ever know what she went through for him? So I'm going to, right now, I can always change my mind later, but I'm going to treat that as a climax and I'm going to underline it. What I did was I hit the Control and U buttons on my keyboard. If you are not somebody who likes keyboard shortcuts, then you can select the underline button from your menu. My second speech, where she's focusing on how she is feeling, I think the climax of this is that she wants to hit something hard. The last line is not always the climax of a beat. Sometimes a beat will reach a climax and then have a line or two of resolution of that thought before it moves on to a new beat. However, in this particular instance, I think it's going to be my last line for each of my beats. The next thing I want to do is choose the words that I want to emphasize and put them in bold. So I'm going to go through every sentence, and if I feel like there needs to be a word that is emphasized, that I'm going to put some extra oomph underneath, then I'm going to bolden it. You can do this either by clicking on the big B button or by using the keystrokes, holding down the Control button and the letter B at the same time. Let me read this. I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. I'm going to choose in my performance to emphasize that third fine. I could jog all the way to Texas and back, but my daughter can't. I'm going to choose to emphasize Texas to illustrate that I can run a very far distance. That's what I want that information to come across. My daughter can't, she never could. I would like Shelby's abilities to be the point of focus. So I'm going to say can't and could are the words that I should emphasize there. You can make different choices than I'm making. Just because these are the ones I'm picking doesn't mean these are the right choices. These are just the ones that I want to do. So basically what I'm doing, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going through, I'm reading these lines to myself, and I'm picking out the words that I want to emphasize. Remember, just because I would say it this way doesn't mean that's the right way to say it. It also doesn't mean it's the wrong way to say it. These are my choices as an actor. We will workshop these choices. For right now, I'm not worried about whether or not you're making the right choice or the strongest choice. I'm worried about you making a choice, period. Once I've made these decisions, I should probably read my speech and just make sure that I'm happy with the way that would sound. I can always make changes. I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. I could jog all the way to Texas and back, but my daughter can't. She never could. Oh God, I'm so mad. I don't know what to do. I want to know why. I want to know why Shelby's life is over. I want to know how that baby will ever know how wonderful his mother was. Will he ever know what she went through for him? Lord, I wish I could understand. No, it's not supposed to happen this way. I'm supposed to go first. I think I would also like to emphasize first there. I'm supposed to go first. Yeah, that sounds better to me. I've always been ready to go first. I don't think I can take this. I just want to hit something. I just want to hit somebody till they feel as bad as I do. I just want to hit something. I want to hit it hard. To me, that sounds pretty good. I can always change my mind about these choices later, but that's enough for right now for me. The next step is to choose where I'm going to inflect upward and where I'm going to inflect downward. So for this process, what I want you to do is if I am going to choose to inflect a line upward, then I would like you to put the last word of that line in all caps. Anything that is left down at the end of the line should just leave the formatting alone. So for example, I would like to upwardly inflect the second sentence. So the first one I'm going to downwardly inflect, and the second one I will upwardly inflect. So if I capitalize this, by the way, there are two ways to capitalize. The fast way is to go up to your alphabet formatting to change the case. Click on that and click uppercase, and it'll do it for you. Okay. The slow way would be to highlight something and retype it. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I think I like that. So I downwardly inflected the first one. I'm fine. Second one was up. I'm fine. Third one, I'm fine with the emphasis. I like that delivery, so I'm going to keep that. If I didn't, I could always change my mind. I'm going to keep going. Now, remember, I want to, generally speaking, upwardly inflect any line that comes before a climax, before a main point, okay? I do need to drop down with inflection occasionally, but for the most part, I'm going to go up, up, up until I get to that main point, and then I can choose to drop for a line or two. I would like to point out that this sentence is a question. Therefore, it has to be upwardly inflected because that's how we vocally identify a question. And just like we did before, I'm going to read this out the way I have formatted it just to make sure I like the way it sounds. Remember, it's not necessarily that the words I have capitalized are going to be louder. They're just going to be upwardly inflected, which means they're going to be higher in pitch at the end of the sentence than they were at the beginning of the sentence. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I could jog all the way to Texas and back, but my daughter can't. She never could. Oh God, I'm so mad. I don't know what to do. I want to know why. I want to know why Shelby's life is over. I want to know how that baby will ever know how wonderful his mother was. Will he ever know what she went through for him? Lord, I wish I could understand. No, it's not supposed to happen this way. I'm supposed to go first. I've always been ready to go first. I don't think I can take this. I just want to hit something. I just want to hit somebody till they feel as bad as I do. I just want to hit something. I want to hit it hard. That sounds pretty darn good to me. The last thing I'm going to do is make some choices about my character's rate of speech. If I want my character to speak slowly, then what I want you guys to do when your character is supposed to be lethargic or lackadaisical. Maybe your character's messed up on some kind of substance, or maybe they're tired, or maybe they're sick. I think I may have said those things already. You will put dashes in between the letters of the words that will be said slowly. For example, right here, I have said to indicate a slow rate, put dashes between the letters. So when I read this out, I would slow down where I've put dashes, and I would come back to a normal pace where everything has gone back to normal. For a fast pace, then instead of putting dashes between the letters, turn the spaces into dashes. So I would read this faster than my baseline. To indicate a fast rate, replace the spaces with dashes. That's what I'm telling myself there. Pick up the pace, do this fast. So I need to make some choices about where I would like to slow down if I would like to be slow, and where I want to speed up if I would like to be fast. So I'm just replacing the spaces with dash marks. So, oh God, I'm so mad I don't know what to do. Can all be my baseline rate, but then I want to slow down on I want to know why. I do want to speed up though. I'm supposed to go first. I've always been ready to go first. And let me read that out and see if I like it. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I could jog all the way to Texas and back, but my daughter can't. She never could. Oh God, I'm so mad. I don't know what to do. I want to know why. I want to know why Shelby's life is over. I want to know how that baby will ever know how wonderful his mother was. Will he ever know what she went through for him? Lord, I wish I could understand. No, it's not supposed to happen this way. I'm supposed to go first. I've always been ready to go first. I don't think I can take this. I just want to hit something. I just want to hit somebody till they feel as bad as I do. I just want to hit something. I want to hit it hard. You know, to go into a workshop sounding like that, I think it sounds pretty good. Now, maybe my director is going to have me make some different choices, but for a start, I have done my homework. I've sat with my script. I've thought about where I want to emphasize words, where the climaxes of my speech are, where I should upward and downward inflect, where I want to speed up, where I want to slow down, and where I should maintain my baseline. I am ready for my first monologue workshop.